going on, fellas?
Yes.
Welcome to this is something new that we're gonna start with skills here and
Yeah.
myself.
Hey, my man just entered his first ever YouTube video ever. That was fire right there, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, man. This channel, we opened it a while ago. We were gonna do reactions on here, and I'm still gonna do reactions. But man, we just want to do a Portuguese thing.
Yeah, just straight talking about our Portuguese league, which is not really mentioned in
we saw
English community.
we saw a comment. You read a comment.
Yeah, there's been a few comments where people asked for us to talk about the Portuguese league, which we have a lot of knowledge on.
Yeah, and most of the Portuguese people that talk about it is in Portuguese. I listened to a couple Portuguese when my son was born. I used to just lay on the couch with him sleeping, and I told you about them, and I would listen to these guys speaking Portuguese. But there's not that many Americans speaking. We're gonna say a lot of things in Portuguese.
Yeah, there'll be some Portuguese that comes out, but there'll also be a lot of English stuff.
Also, I want you guys to know that when we record these, they're usually on Saturdays. Yeah. So a lot of the games haven't happened. For example, Benfica beat Santa Clara 2-1 this weekend. Porto Sporting happened on Monday, and that's where we are. Sporting hasn't played their game. They play tomorrow, which is Sunday. And I think Porto goes to Nacional, and Sporting gets...
I don't even remember, bro, but we'll look it up.
I think you get AV. Is it AVS?
No, we played AVS already.
You get somebody at Alvalade.
Yeah, we play at home though.
Yeah, we get somebody at Alvalade. So the big talk is the Porto Sporting.
So what we're gonna probably end up doing, just so you guys know, we'll react to whatever or talk about whatever games happened the previous week. So it would be Sunday through Saturday, and if there's games on Saturday that we were able to watch, then we'll touch base on those also.
Yeah.
And so, for example, tomorrow's games, Sporting and Porto, will react to them next Saturday.
We kind of give like a broad thing, and then it gives,
like,
a lot of times the game will be it. But before we jump into the games, me and him we were watching Braga versus Gil Vicente.
Yeah, Gil
And Gil Vicente has a really nice stadium. We were talking about like the stadium, and then I brought up the Alvalade. I would love to get you guys in the comments down below. Let me know. Do you like the new Alvalade or the old Alvalade? Because I like the Alvalade that had the yellow and the green.
Well, you like the format of the stadium now. You just wish they would have kept the
coloring. The format's nicer.
The format and the green seats.
Nice.
You like those. You just
no, anything green is ugly, but it looks nice. I like the
But you like the yellow guardrails and on the top of the stadium
it was
the
yellow.
border was yellow.
I don't know what yellow had to do with Sporting, but
I mean it did.
It
popped.
It looked, it looked cool. I liked it, bro. Every time I think of the old stadium, I hate to bring this up, man. I'm sorry. Every time I think of the old stadium, I think of just the way the stadium was. That Europa League loss.
Yeah, it was bad.
Remember that was when the stadium was first kind of opened up.
Yeah, but at least we got to a finals.
That was sick. That's why I said about Benfica. They made 2 back-to-back.
Yeah.
Lost them both, Jorge Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Was it finals?
Yeah. Remember they got to the final against Chelsea, and that Ivanovic, whatever his name is, got that header, and then we lost to Sevilla on penalties.
Yeah. I always forget. I always remember the one that y'all lost in the semifinals to Braga.
Yeah. I think that was the year, and then we lost in the semifinals one of those years too. I think the year that we lost the penalty one might have been the year where Cardoso pushed Jorge Jesus after we lost to Guimarães in the Taça.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Where they got in a big fight. Anyways, speaking of big fights, Porto Sporting play, and when Porto Sporting play, on boxing match on.
Yep.
Every time.
Uma vergonha is what it is.
Our league's tough, man. Because the only way to say it's because jogo de merda, pa. The game sucked.
Oh my God, man.
The game sucked, bro. I called you, like, man, this game's terrible.
Man, it was the worst game ever. If you guys watched it, I mean, I feel like football is dying in some sense because it's just so tactical. You don't let players. I mean, it was terrible, bro. It was terrible. It was one of the worst games. And I said it last week when we talked. Me and Anthony here. I told him this game's gonna suck.
Yeah,
I told you this game's gonna suck. I said if the only games that are ever good when these big teams play are jogo das taças, knockout games.
Yeah,
but that was one of the worst games I've seen.
Yeah,
like in a long time.
The thing I remember,
the tactical positioning. It was when Porto had the ball, Sporting's 2 avançados didn't press. They let them play with the ball in the back, and then same thing with Porto. Like they would drop back to 5 and defend everything. It was just a terrible game to watch.
It was awful.
Yeah.
It was raining. It was. I thought it was an awful game. But before we get into the game, I'll tell you how this went. The game ends. I call you. The first word you say to me, I hate my coach.
Yeah, man, the coach, bro, man, that shit pissed me off.
Gets on your nerves.
Oh man, dude. I mean, like, I had a conversation with my dad. I had a conversation with him. You know, for Benfiquistas last week, everybody was saying that, you know, Sporting winning would open the whole campeonato up, which it would in a way. But I also see the tie helping Benfica both because they gained 2 points on Porto and Sporting.
Yeah.
So as we sit right now, because Benfica is tied with points on Sporting.
Because they beat Santa Clara.
Because they beat Santa Clara 2-1.
Arrasca, but they beat Santa Clara.
Yeah. So I talked to my dad. He's like, oh, they didn't play. And then neither of them played. And my argument to that is Porto didn't have to play.
Yeah.
Porto could have sat back.
Yeah.
We didn't attack enough.
Yeah.
We only started playing when Porto scored that hacky goal where it was bouncing off of everybody.
It was bouncing off
but they scored. And again, we wait too long to do it. And it's been said in press conferences. I don't know, you probably haven't seen them. I saw the press conference today for the game tomorrow, and people are saying like this is like the 5th or 6th game that you guys have got a result after 90 minutes. At some point that's going to end.
Yeah.
And then at some point it is going to end. They need to step up their game, man. I mean, if they want any chance at this, they got bailed out a little bit, and I told you too. I want to know what your thoughts are on it. Even with Benfica coming up, not Benfica coming up, but Benfica being where they are at.
Yeah,
Samu's a big loss for Porto.
Well, that's another thing. I was the conversation we had first. I called you at halftime. I think it was around halftime or something. Or whenever I talked to you, and I said that Samu's not good. Yeah. And you were like, he walked off. He's probably all right. I was like, that's not good, dude. Because I felt it, Dave. Like, I've just seen it. Like, the way it didn't look right. Yeah. It just didn't look right. So I felt it was something. I didn't know it was going to be season ending.
Yeah.
But
Euro World Cup ending.
Potentially. Yeah. It most likely is.
It was an ACL.
I see it in a couple ways. First of all, Porto could have put the campeonato away. Now they lost Samu, and it's a little bit scary because I think what's his name, Luke de Jong's out.
Luke de Jong's
so it's tough because Sporting has won a lot of games in the 90th minute. But as good as Porto's been this year, they've also scraped wins.
Yeah,
it hasn't been a season where they're just like
campeonato merda.
Yeah, that's not for all teams. All teams are not having a great campeonato. Porto has done better against the small teams to pull off the results. Some lucky, some not lucky, but we always say this: you need luck to win a campeonato. That's you need
in our country, in Portugal, you have to have luck.
You need luck to win a campeonato in those small games. It happens a lot with Sporting, with the Ruben Amorim, the first one. Coates would go up there, score headers, and late in games. You need it, bro. It's part of the game. But at the end of the day, what made me mad about the game, watching the game, is that yes, Porto didn't need the game. So Porto getting out of there with any result that's not a loss is a W for them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I hate the way our campeonato is, bro, because they like, man, there was no entertainment value in that game.
Oh, it was a terrible game. If you were an outsider that, okay, like Sporting Porto, Benfica Porto, Benfica Sporting are supposed to be our
big games.
Barca, Real Madrid.
Yeah, it's the Clásicos. It's the
Clásicos, derbys, whatever you guys want to call them.
Yep.
If you were just an outsider tuning into that game, you would probably never want to watch that league again.
You never. It was
terrible.
It was a horrendous watch. It was not a fun watch. I was watching the game. Porto's defenders are passing the ball back and forth. Sporting's not pressing.
No.
Sporting's not attempting. It's like Sporting was like, epa, um empate aqui and where, the campeonato is still alive. It's the same way Mourinho, and I won't forgive Mourinho for this, when we played Porto, it was like, let's not lose. Because if we don't lose, we survive. And I get him because
was early.
It was early and going 7 points at that point.
He didn't have his tactics all of his stuff.
I truly get it. But what makes me upset about Sporting is Porto's kind of winning this campeonato, not so much in a 5-back, but in a 5-back.
Oh, they're winning it in a 5-back because when they defend with 5.
Yeah.
It ain't 3.
And Sporting is the team in Portugal, in my opinion, with the plantel 4 or 5-back more than anyone. You have Diamante, you have Quaresma, Inácio, the Bast, who's probably the best playmaking out the back center back in the league, no doubt. And they don't use it.
Yeah.
They don't. And what's crazy to me, Dave, is they don't use it. And if you were playing for an empate, how did you not use it against Porto?
What upsets me is I want my equipa para entrar para ganhar, caralho.
Always.
Não to empatar.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Tens
Like,
medo a
tens
Porto,
medo
pá?
de quê?
That's what I'm saying. If
Like,
you're
what
scared,
the-
don't show up.
Yeah, like, what are you guys thinking?
I'd rather lose a
Perde.
Bro, I'd rather lose a campeonato with tomates.
Yeah, like
lose a campeonato with tomates instead of acting like that one. What's that coach from? What's he say? That coach from is Alvet.
Oh yeah, Quilões or something.
Yeah. We play with tomates, bro. We play with balls out here.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Castro.
Show me something, bro. Show me you want to be Porto's. Like the thing is, bro, is like for both teams, bro. You out here grabbing the shirts, y'all are acting tough, but you're playing for an empate both equipos.
Yeah, it was
Stop acting tough.
Terrible outing, man. Se vais perder, perde.
Yeah.
Se vais perder, perde, pá.
That's what I'm
Mas
saying.
para ganhar, caralho.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Eat the grass, man.
Yeah,
let's go for
come
this.
on, man. If you lose, you lose. Your campeonato is done. But
it is what
come
it is.
on, man.
Well,
Like,
the thing is, it wouldn't even have been a done campeonato because everybody's saying Benfica's alive at 7 points. So if Benfica's alive at 7 points, Sporting would have still been alive at 7 points.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The whole thing for me is this, and this is my argument to the Sporting fans and to everybody. The thing I don't like about your coach right now, take out the Champions League.
Yeah,
The Champions League, we're not talking about that.
yeah.
Sporting has not showed up in big games, and that's surprising because under Ruben Amorim they showed up for every big game.
Well, they showed up. I mean, I wish we would get Ruben back, but he's not going to come back. He's going to end up going to Benfica.
But that's what I'm saying to you. Have you seen Sporting? They haven't
been playing well
in big games.
No, not at all. I mean, that's the problem with these big games, though, man. I mean, like even Benfica, like when Sporting plays Benfica, man, é para entrar para ganhar, pá. Não é empate, não importa, like whatever.
So look,
I could understand like if it's like if this was like the last 3 jornadas and you got a 4-point advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to play for
there's a whole campeonato left.
There's 14 games left.
Dude.
Entras para empatar.
That's
like,
what
come
I'm
on,
saying, man.
Like, what are you guys doing?
And if it would have, for me, if it would have been the first 45 minutes,
yeah.
tá bom.
Yeah.
But dude, it was night. Sporting started playing after the goal.
Yeah.
After Porto scored the goal, and the one thing on sports TV, the commentator kept saying, the game needs a goal. Yeah. The game needs a goal. This is the type of game that needs a goal so we can see players get to the goals, get to the balizas, and try. The game was just like a stalemate the entire game.
Once Porto scored, Sporting começou a atacá-los.
They're so bad.
And Porto was like nas cordas.
Yeah, that's why I said they had him against the ropes, dude. They literally, and you were not mad at this. I was furious. I told you. I said, Sporting gets the penalty. They scored the penalty. So Porto scores first. Sporting starts attacking. They win the penalty. They score, and they celebrate it. And I told you, David, why didn't they grab the ball and run to the line, bro? They don't need an empate. They need a win. And I get what you were saying because at that moment, that empate was huge because, a loss is over. It's tough. But dude, grab the ball, dude.
Yeah, agarra a bola.
I saw like Ignacio or somebody run from the back to the front and jump on top. Grab the ball and get to the line. When they pita a whistle, jump on top of each other. But right now, bro, you're going to celebrate in pot. I'll never forget that interview, bro, that guy did. I did not like him at Porto, but that guy did it.
Vitor Pereira?
It was the mediocampista that was there recently. He kind of had like long hair. I forget the guy's name, but he goes to do a thing. And he goes, it's so funny, bro. They asked him about the game, and he goes, for Benfica and Sporting, a tie against Porto is like winning the Champions League. Said that, bro. I'll never forget that, bro. He said that. He goes, these guys celebrate like that. And I went back to that moment because, like I said, dude, Sporting needs to win. You celebrate and tying and thing. And I know how important that goal was. Don't get it twisted. By the way, you also said something in that game, and this is not so much in the Portuguese league, but your opinion on this is and again, we'll talk about everything, but you didn't like the fact that Suarez could re-kick the ball.
No, and again, I was Sportingista, and I was happy that Kiel marcou. Mas I remember back in the day, dude, if you were the penalty taker, you weren't allowed to take the second shot.
I don't think you were.
That's the way it was.
Yeah.
Like, even before that, I believe you had the shot and that was it. If the goalie defended it, not even the guys that were behind it could.
I think I remember that was a long time ago. I think that was back when like you could keep passing the ball back to the goalie and they could pick it up.
Yeah.
Bro, my dad used to tell me about those stories because I don't remember. My dad said that Benfica played AC Milan in the Champions League final. He said, Epa, AC Milan scored a goal. They passed the ball back over and over and over. He goes, you should have seen this game, bro. He goes, you ain't never seen a wasting time. Like my dad would tell me this story all the time that they would just keep passing back. And he said the rule changed after that.
Yeah, it probably did. I mean, but they had a rule in like earlier football that the penalty taker couldn't have the recarga.
Okay.
Because
So once you kicked and the goalie saved it, you could not hit it again.
the guys behind you can,
Yeah.
which is why they were always ready, like ready to run in the goal.
Yeah.
I believe that's a rule that should come back in football.
Yeah.
Because it's, I mean, Diogo Costa made an enormous save.
While we're on that conversation, as a Portuguese guy going into the World Cup, that guy is serious on penalties.
Yeah, he's very good at penalties.
I don't know how he guesses it right a lot.
Yeah, he made a nice save, man.
If it wasn't for the Shuba, if it wasn't for the rain, he holds that.
Yeah, probably.
It's the rain that popped out.
Yeah, probably.
100%. And if it was a penalty for Porto, Sporting, the same thing was happening because they were stealing your towels.
Yeah. That's the vergonha, man.
We're gonna talk about it, bro. We're gonna get there, bro. I can't believe they're stealing the towels, bro. That's crazy.
They're pulling the Morocco joint.
Yeah, we'll explain for people.
Stadium.
We'll explain like for people that don't know. But so that's how it goes down. So Sporting scores, they're celebrating, they're jumping on each other, and the game ends 1-1. Really, really boring watch. And the only team that can really celebrate was Benfica. Yeah. Because like you said, and let's take Porto Benfica, Porto Sporting out of it. I mean Porto and Sporting out of it. Just Sporting and Benfica, because second place is very important in the Portuguese league, bro. Yeah. Because third place don't get you Champions League.
We get you playoff.
Second place. Third place is nothing. Now? There's no third place. Third place, you're going to Europa until next year. The next year, you'll be able to go to the playoffs to the third place.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if Sporting and Benfica can't catch Porto, this second place is huge because look how much money you guys made this year.
Yeah.
You guys made a lot of money. So I know Sporting was thinking about the Campeonato, but also, dude, you allowed Benfica to get really close.
Well, podíamos ter matado Benfica.
Yes.
If we would have won.
Yes.
And we just gave them hope.
Yeah, a lot of hope. Yeah. Because now all of a sudden, Sporting's not going into it, hey, we have to keep up with Porto. Hey, man, if we slip up today, Benfica's on us.
Yeah.
And we play them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we tied the first game, so they would have the advantage.
If they beat, that's an advantage. So if they stay tied on points, Benfica has an advantage.
Both ways.
Both ways. The same with Porto and everything, because Benfica hasn't lost to either of the bigs.
So Sporting está a 4 pontos.
Yep.
But really estão a 5 because Porto holds the advantage.
Because they tied the first one.
No, they beat Sporting the first game at Alvalade, and then they tied the second
this
game.
has gone, you lost the Supertaça to Benfica.
Yep.
You lost to Porto.
Yep.
You tied to Benfica. You lost to Porto. You tied to Porto.
Yep.
And I don't know about the Braga games.
Braga, we've only played once.
You beat them, I think.
We tied.
Tied?
Yeah.
So, dude, outside the Champions League, Roy has not done a good job.
No.
In these big games.
No, not at all.
And I think that's a real big thing because he took Ruben Amorim's keeper last year and he was able to run with it, but he also stayed in the system.
Well, primeiro jogo, no.
When he beat Benfica.
When he beat Benfica.
He went to a 4-back.
Went to 4-back.
But then y'all started.
He changed it back.
Yeah, because y'all weren't really playing that great.
Yeah.
So he went back to 5.
Yeah.
And you won the Campeonato.
And he still has the same personnel.
And he's playing a 4-back.
And he's playing a 4-back, yeah.
And because of that, you're 4 points back, 4 points back?
4 points back.
It doesn't make sense, Dave.
It doesn't either. I agree with you 100%.
I mean, look, it's work to be where you're at in the Champions League. It's a historic year for Sporting when it comes to Champions League. As the
maybe the 5-back doesn't work in the Champions League because you're playing bigger teams.
That's fine.
Play the 4-back.
Yeah, but in the Campeonato, it
works. In our Campeonato, it worked.
It worked. Listen, dude. I've said this many times. I would not mind to see Benfica in a 5-back. Yeah. And the reason I say I wouldn't mind to see Benfica.
Well, you're going to see it next year.
You keep saying Ruben's
I'm telling you guys.
No, man. No, bro.
Quote me. I'm going to do your Mbappe statement.
Oh, here we go. If Ruben lands.
No. I mean, I'm going to be pissed off if he lands there. But if Mourinho gets the Portugal job like they're reporting, or if he goes to Real Madrid and Benfica's spot opens, I don't think Benfica will fire Mourinho.
Yeah. A job has to be available.
I think a job that he'll take a job.
Yeah.
If that job becomes available that he wants, like a Real Madrid or a Portugal job, and he leaves, I 100% believe Ruben's coming to Benfica.
The only thing I see with coaches that I believe, and it's not even with Ruben, I think Villas-Boas pulled the Ricosta.
With
this. Roger was phenomenal at Benfica.
Oh, you're talking about re-signing?
An amazing season. We re-signed him with 10 games left or something, 8 games, whatever it was. We re-signed him an extra 2 years. Benfica started choking, Porto got to 1 point. We almost lost the Campeonato in a year where Benfica played incredible.
Yeah.
Porto's playing good football.
And they're about to have...
They re-signed him. Listen, bro. if stuff doesn't start working out, stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he pulled the trigger too quick. And I know it's because papers started coming out that this team is interested, that team is interested, but I don't think the re-sign was a smart move from Villas-Boas to lock him up right now. I think he should have waited to see how the Campeonato ends. And if a big team pays him, then a big team takes him, brother. It is what it is. But I think that was too quick, Dave, because with Samu being out, do I think Porto can lose the Campeonato? The only reason I'm going to tell you no is because the other two teams keep messing up.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the problem. Benfica and Sporting got to go perfect.
Yeah, they're going to have to go perfect. Mas o Porto tem jogo difícil, I mean, yeah.
Tough one.
Yeah, they got to play Nacional at Nacional. I don't know what the weather's been like there, but a lot of these games the last few weeks, too, because of the tormenta that went through. Yeah. Portugal has been kind of sloppy. I mean, like I told you, I watched Benfica. I think it was against Aroca.
Something like that.
Was it at Aroca last week?
I don't know if it was Aroca.
The one where they scored like the Nizi guy scored the header. The last game where they won. What did they win? 1-0.
I think it was 2-1, right? We scored and they scored, and then
2-1.
The young kid came in
and headed it in.
Yeah.
But Benfica jogou bem.
Benfica's played good over the last couple games. The Santa Clara one, not so much. But
the water, man, the stadium was bad. Dude.
This is the only reason I think Porto won't drop points tomorrow. Honestly, me being just real with you. 3 games in a row of Porto dropping points. I don't see it, Dave.
We've seen it happen with us, bro.
We have seen it with Sporting.
And Benfica.
I've seen it. I've seen it, but I'm just saying, dude, a loss to Casa Pia, a tie to Sporting, and then a loss to Nacional. I just don't see it, bro. I mean, I don't see it.
I'm hoping.
Oh, listen, dude, if it happens, Benfica's back.
I mean,
could you imagine if Mourinho pulled this off?
Oh, man.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but
I don't want to hear about the special.
I'm just going to say something to you.
The special one.
I'm just going to say something to y'all right now. No soy benfiquista, and I would love for it to happen. But if Mourinho was to somehow pull a miracle and pull this off, Ricosta, bro, the terrible job you're doing to get that lucky for someone to save me, bro. Because this guy's doing a bad job, Dave. I don't care what nobody tells me. Everybody he bought no joga, pa.
Yeah.
Like, again, we're going to get back to the Porto game, but just real quick off, like, Ivanovic, 20 million. A 17-year-old kid is coming in to save us. We don't even put this guy in the game.
Yeah.
That's a Ricosta signing, Dave.
Yeah. And so, não querias pagar o Rafa, and now you paid him.
And to bring him back. And o gajo não joga nada. Yeah. They said, I was on social media, guy says, epa, so what does this guy bring to the table? What does Rafa bring to us? Like, what's different since he signed for us? O gajo é rápido. When he takes off, you have to foul him.
Yeah.
But the man, every time you put a hand on him, he just falls.
Yeah, but the biggest thing is, again, looking from the outside in, like Benfica, I can't really blame the signings too much on Mourinho, because Mourinho's really only signed 1 or 2 players.
Well, he got Rafa.
And Sidney Lopes.
Sidney, I think
he's gonna be okay.
I think Sidney might be. I don't know about Deng. I think Sidney
or Lopes Cabral.
Yeah. I think no. His name is Sidney, right?
I think it's Sidney Lopes Cabral.
Yeah. So I think he's one of the best wingers in left back, right, whatever it is that he's playing, because he's all over the place. He's one of the best crossers of the ball. The guy puts a really good ball into the box. Yeah. I can't tell you about nothing else because the guy is just rápido. Yeah. But he puts a really good ball. But the whole point of this conversation,
those 2 people were signed. But what I'm saying is, you brought Rafa in, and you paid 5 million.
Yeah.
Right? Was it 5?
I think that's what they're saying.
5 milhões. And you put Sudakov on the bench.
Who you paid a lot for.
Sudakov on the bench.
Who you paid a lot for.
So you got, with Sudakov is like 25, 20.
Yep.
You got
Ivanovic
with another 20.
Yep. Who's getting a 17-year-old playing over him?
Last week, he played this week. Ontem.
Who?
Barrenechea.
Yeah, but he's only playing because
Arsenal's got hurt.
Arsenal's got hurt. And now even when Rios comes back from injury, do you bring him in with the way these 2 guys have played?
So you telling me that you have 100 million sitting on the bench?
And
you spent?
And the commentator on Sports TV said it the best. He goes, what does Enzo bring to this team right now? He goes, when Arsenal is out here, there's getting the ball back. He's equal to Enzo. The creation of Enzo through the middle is much better. I mean, with Arsenal is much better than Enzo. So everything, dude, you understand? The one guys that I can say have been good. Didic is okay. Didic didn't play.
No.
Yesterday. Tomas played right back. Antonio Silva, Tomas.
hurt.
I think something happened to him. He didn't play. Dow has been an okay signing.
Yeah.
I think he's panning out, but I don't know if he's. But Dave, let's not forget one. Very important. Whatever happened to the guy that signed from Real Madrid? We paid $5 million.
Back?
Yes. Where is
I don't
he?
even know where
I
he's
think he left. Epa, are we not going to talk about these signings this guy makes?
This is your club. Continua.
Dude, David,
Continua.
what are we talking about? This guy gets bailed out because Chelsea comes buys Enzo, Darwin Nunez goes. He's getting bailed out. David, the guy does not sign good players.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe they're good, but they're not working out of Benfica.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what they have in place, like as far as scouting, who makes the decision on the player.
Mas também, pa, un guy who comes from Real Madrid for $5 million, David, you're telling me he can't get some playing time with Dow?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
That means he's super bad, dude.
Yeah.
The guy's not, I think he might have left, man. And who's that other? Just kind of touch like he came in your sick guy. Remember him?
You're sick, yeah.
He
that was
does-
a bad sign. They sold him already, I think.
Dude, the Marco Leonardo, Arturo.
Yeah, but he got money from
okay, they made their money back. But I'm just saying, Arturo, none of these guys panned out, Dave. What does it cost a signing?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's hard to say. I can't. Luckily for us, I mean, he hit. Our guys have hit with
You
Jokic.
guys?
Yeah, with
Oh,
Jokic
phenomenal.
hit. The
Suarez,
Suarez
a
was
great
hit.
signing.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it last year. Like, que vai passar com a equipa when
Jokic
when
leaves.
Jokic leaves.
And Suarez is kind of
Suarez is-
okay.
he's not
he's
a-
not hitting the goals.
he's not a-
Jokic.
He's not a goal. He's a goal scorer, but he's not
like Jokic.
Jokic goal
Yeah,
scorer.
yeah.
But I mean, he's doing what he needs to do.
Jokic, when you speak of Jokic, you talk about, for everybody out there, the Jardels, the Lietsons. He'll
Yeah.
go down as maybe the Cardozo. I don't know if you put Cardozo in that conversation. Cardozo had a lot of goals for Benfica.
Yeah.
He's probably the best one that's ever played in Portugal.
Which one?
Jokic. And these
Yeah.
times, I'm not talking about the Zebu times.
Yeah.
I'm talking about now, like your
Well,
Falcaos.
Jardel was pretty damn good.
Jardel, that's what I'm saying.
Jardel was good at Sporting and Porto.
You know who else was really good? Derlei.
Yeah, but he
Not-
played for all three, but
he played
not
for all
like
three.
goal scoring. Like
No,
that.
Jardel.
Jardel was crazy.
Falcao was a good goal scorer too, but I think Jokic and Jardel did stuff I'd never seen before.
Yeah, well, Jardel was always there, but Jardel was with the cabeza.
All the time.
And with the cabeza.
All the
like,
time. But 50 goals come off of his tally
Yeah.
if he played during VAR, because if he played for Porto, Dick.
Yeah,
During that time, Porto with
Yeah.
Peter Costa, that was never offside. Bro. Victor Bahia could play the ball outside the box with his hand, bro.
Yeah.
I'll never
Yeah,
forget
yeah,
that.
I
You remember that?
remember.
He
Yeah.
hit the ball with his hand. I was a kid. Look, I said, Pike, can you do that, man? He was like, you can't do that. Yo, it's so bad, dude. Oh, man. But not to go back. So the whole point, like, I was saying, I would like to see Benfica in the 5 back because Otamendi would get cover from Tomas and Antonio Silva. I think having Antonio Silva and Tomas, one or the other on the bench, is crazy.
Yeah.
But to go to Sporting, I just don't see how you're not in the 5 back.
Well, yeah, I mean, the biggest thing with Sporting not being in the 5 back is that you're devalorizing o plantel.
Completely.
Like you're completely killing the price tag on those defenders.
We'll go through a couple. Let's not even talk about the defenders. What do you do with Nuno Santos? Because he was a left wing back. That's where he really started to shine.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna either have to play left forward, which is why I think they got rid of Alisson.
Okay.
Because he was coming back. But again, I never understood why they I told you that
Alisson,
why you let Alisson Santos walk.
Yeah.
When you bought him for $2 million,
Yeah.
he made you 2.7 in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So you essentially got him for free.
Yeah.
And you sold him for 20 million or it's $3.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go and buy a guy, Faye. I mean, the guy could be incredible, but you still paid like 14 million for him. So
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense. Like,
Zero.
why not just stay with Alisson?
I think that maybe the coach just didn't like him. And then to move inside, the boss, who you think should be playing all the time.
Yeah, well, the defenders, the 5 back or the 3 back would make sense because you got Diamond who can play in the middle, you got Ignacio who can play on the left, and you got the boss that can play on the right, and then you also have Quaresma coming in. So you have 4 players, and they just let Matilde Rey walk,
Yeah.
who was your backup left back.
And
Or not backup left back, left center back.
And what
in
I think
that formation.
What I think is so special about that group you said from watching Sporting, and you can, I'm not Sportingista, so when I say this, all of them are what each other aren't. For example, the boss is incredible with the ball, on the feet and going forward.
Yep.
Diamante is incredible defender, not so good with the feet passing out the back.
Ignacio puts good balls over the top.
Ignacio is both combined.
Yep.
Good defender, can play out the back.
Yep.
So it makes sense for Diamante to be down the middle.
Yeah.
The boss and on the sides. That's how I see Sporting. I think they benefit each other. I think in a 4-back, because the boss is Diamante is not so good with his feet, I think it kind of hurts Sporting a little bit playing out the back. And then if you're playing Diamante and you have Ignacio playing, now all of a sudden the boss can't play. And the boss is such a good creator out the back.
Yeah.
So I don't like it. And I think this team was so well built for Ruben's system that if you are a good coach and you come in, this is why Ruben got fired at Manchester United. If you come into a team and you see that the plantel is ready for this, as a manager, you should be able to keep your ideas but adapt to what the plantel is. Yeah. That's what Mourinho kept saying. Mourinho kept saying, I want to play this, but this plantel is built for this.
Yeah.
You have to adapt. And I think that your coach should have adapted to what Ruben was doing and put his own philosophy. I kept telling you this all year, and I don't know how you feel. You can just speak your mind with this, because I tell you, he's trying to prove a damn point, and he's going to lose the Campeonato, and he's going to mess up Sporting's back-to-back Campeonatos, and they were on a historic run right here. They could have done 3 in a row. Yeah. We don't really see that in Portugal.
No, not very often.
They were on something crazy, bro, and because he's hard-headed, he wants to prove that his system and not Ruben's system, and his team and not Ruben's team, is going to cost you the Campeonato.
I agree. I mean, I mean, they still have a chance to come back, but it's going to take a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I told you before, I mean, the guy has been doing an okay job, but the system, again, like, why change something that worked?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I always say
it. It worked. I mean, Sporting dominated our league for the past, I would say,
since
2020, bro. 4 out of the 5 years.
And I watched Ruben Amorim make a mockery of what is probably the best manager in the last 15 years to coach in Portugal, which is Jorge Jesus. He literally came to Benfica to save Benfica, and Rubens was like, yeah, okay. And y'all made a fool of us. Mateus Rey with the header. You remember it?
Yeah.
I remember all that stuff, bro. I don't forget it. Yeah. Benfica. David, Ruben Amorim's system was so good that Jorge Jesus tried to play the 5-back system. And Jorge Jesus never touched the 5-back system ever at Benfica or Sporting or anything like that. And he couldn't do it. So this guy built such a good team, and you're trying so hard to prove a point that this is your team and not Ruben's team, that you're going to let a team that was constructed in 6 months win the Campeonato. Because hats off to Villas Boas and what they did. Hats off to the coach they went and got and the system they put together. But que vergonha to Sporting and Benfica, for Benfica spending 100-something million being this far back, and for Sporting to have the plantel they have, and the boys have all been together, and to let this team that's constructed in 6 months come in and act like they run the league.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're doing. They're playing, they went toe-to-toe. Sporting's the champions.
Yeah.
They went toe-to-toe this weekend like y'all ain't nothing.
Yeah. Well, they weren't scared of them.
They weren't scared.
Well, they were scared.
Well, they played their game. Yeah, they were both scared. They both played scared.
Yeah.
But you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
A new coach that doesn't know Santa Clara Stadium, doesn't know Gil Vicente Stadium, comes in here with a new full group of players, signed players like Thiago Silva, all these players, and they're able to just put this campeonato together that's a historic campeonato because they haven't lost.
Yeah.
Well, they lost now, Casapia. Now they lost to Casapia. I don't like it, Dave. I speak from a Benfiquista point. I think it's a vergonha to Benfica to spend that much money to watch a team that was constructed in 6 months come together.
And they didn't spend a lot.
And they did not spend a lot. Not compared to Benfica.
They spent money, but Porto hasn't really spent money lately.
No.
Like
Pinto Costa wasn't spending.
No, he wasn't really spending, and they they weren't selling either.
In a year that maybe one of the best center backs ever played with, which you passes away, your president passes away, the guy from your clock gets caught cheating with your old president for selling tickets. Now he's out of jail. All these negative things are happening, and they're cruising. They're cruising.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's for Benfica and Sport. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. And I take my hat off to Porto for the job they've done. I told you, I'm a person that I'm Benfiquista and I see it, but I look at my team before I look at somebody else. I don't care if the arbitragem is calling for Porto, if they're not giving Benfica penalties. you're behind because you can't win your small game. You can't win the games that matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We've always said this too. The big games help.
Yep.
But the little games are what important.
Right.
When we say little games, it's not little games, but the smaller teams that we're supposed to beat, you can't lose points there.
No.
And that's where the difference is. Porto lost their first points
against
last week.
And this is because of the rain and stuff. Because now let me say this. When you do lose to the small teams, you can't pull up to the Porto Stadium and play scared.
Yeah.
And that's what Sporting did. You can't drop points against small teams and then pull up to Porto and act like you're not going to beat them. You have to beat. They beat you in the Alvalade 2-0, bro.
2-1.
2-1, sorry.
Yeah.
Go do this. My bad, my bad.
Take it
easy. Go deal with this.
Yeah.
Go, like you can't, bro, because now Porto has the advantage when it comes to wins.
I didn't like it either. I told you I was mad, dude.
Yeah.
I was mad.
I didn't really care. I knew one thing. When Sporting was losing, you're not going to. I said, come on, Sporting, speta golo aqui, pá. Because I was, at that point, I'm Sportingista. Because I'm like, Sporting's going to get really far away.
And then I get a picture from this guy with Mourinho driving a little box car.
No, but that was trolling, bro. I saw that and I was laughing so hard. Because the
be
whole
careful,
thing.
Benfica's coming for you.
No, but listen, guys. I wish I could get this picture and post it up. Maybe my editor could do it if he remembers. But the big thing ever since Jorge Jesus was Benfica Ferrari. You gotta know how to drive a Ferrari. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so they always put the Ferrari in the thing. Yeah. So then I go on the internet. The first picture I see is Mourinho in a little Mario Kart
box car.
Box car chasing. Yo, Benfica's no Ferrari right now, bro. They're not Ferrari. We're a little, but that's what it is, bro. So I just don't like the way. I don't like the way y'all change your system.
No,
I don't like the way Benfica plays football with the money they wasting.
Yeah,
and I don't like, and this is why for me. I hate Sporting, I hate Porto equally, but Porto always gets that little bit of an advantage, bro, because this is where you're going to come in big time. It's raining. They got the guys out there still in the toallas. You taking the towel so the homie can't wipe his hands. You got the ball boys. By the way, these are not ball boys. These were grown men. I don't know where the ball boys were. Ball boys
were there.
The guys that were stealing the balls were not the ball boys.
No, they were grown men.
These were grown men.
They were hiding them.
Over 30. They were sitting on them and putting them under their legs and stuff. These are not the ball boys. Like, the ball boys could have been getting it for them, but the guys hiding the balls were the grown-ups.
Yeah.
Hiding it. So, talk to me about this, because I think that was about going into football, dude.
Well, there was, I would say, 3 to 4 incidents that come to my head.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, I'm going to say 5 incidents. Mm-hmm. And in no way, shape, or form am I saying that Sporting... I'm going to speak on Sporting's behalf because they're not the greatest either. They do shady stuff.
They all do. Benfica does the same thing. You kidding me?
But we'll go in order. So what I thought was very embarrassing for Porto is I don't know if did you watch the whole game?
I watched the whole game, I think.
The entire game?
I'm pretty sure.
So at 10 minutes, Diogo Costa fakes an injury.
I didn't see that.
Okay, so he fakes an injury at 10 minutes.
Is this the thing where the goalies lay down so they could do like a timeout? I hate this.
Yes.
Oh, man, dude, they got to give yellow cards for this, man.
Yeah, so
something has to be given here,
So
bro.
he goes, nothing, this is like a ball that went to him, and he go, para dar uma patada na bola, and then he's like, minha perna. So you have to stop the game now.
Okay.
So he sits down. Yep. The entire plantel, não é jogador, not.
Yeah.
The entire plantel goes to the sideline and the guy adjusting stuff. Okay. 10 minutes into the game.
1 second. Let me just hit on this real quick. The goalie should not be punished for this. They should go give the coach a yellow card or a red card. I hate this in football. This thing needs to be removed.
It's terrible.
Because it's an NBA timeout. Yeah. It's a basketball timeout.
And you can't do anything because the
ref has to stop it.
You have to stop it with
the goalie's on the floor. I hate this, bro. They need to find a way to get this out the game.
We see this
all the time.
In little games.
All the time, bro.
Nos jogos pequenos.
Yeah, all the time, bro.
But goddamn, clássico, pá. Que vergonha.
I know, dude.
Like, you got to make adjustments at 10 minutes?
In your house, like in front of your stadium. Like, I just don't. And this is the thing, bro. Are the players just not like IQ smart anymore? Because I back in the day, Mourinho would yell in the, hey, Costinha, come get this paper. Yeah. Give him the paper. Go tell everybody.
Yeah.
And that's how it worked back then because they weren't doing stuff like this.
No,
This is
man, that
crazy now.
timeout is crazy, dude.
They would give or they would make a substitution. They would go with the papel. Don't you remember that passing the papel all over the place? I remember one time they threw the papel on the floor. The guy picked it up and tried to read the papel.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
So this was how it was back in the day, but the goalie falling to be give instructions.
At 10 minutes, bro.
Nah, man.
Okay, so that's a Borgonha.
Yep.
First and foremost.
For
Not
all
only
teams, but Porto doing in that game is tough.
in that game, I mean, again, like I don't condone it for
all
anybody.
teams do it, yep.
The game was in risk of being stopped or not being played because of the fog.
Yeah.
And then you have Porto's clocks. Again, Sporting's done it too.
Benfica.
I hate it.
Let me tell you something right now. Benfica.
Mete-me os nervos, pá.
Benfica for 2 years, they were throwing flares, and I called you, David. I said, dude, they're throwing flares on little kids in that stadium, bro. You're throwing flares on people's heads. It's not acceptable. They should kick them out the stadium and never let them back in.
100%.
You should not be able to throw flares on top of Benfica's got
and I'm gonna tell
punished
you right
many
now,
times.
like the punishment should be bigger than what they're giving in Portugal.
I agree.
And I'm saying it to Porto, to Sporting, because Sporting has the mania of doing it too, the clocks.
Benfica too, man. Benfica
They
too.
turned on the torches, dude, and they had to stop the game.
I know.
For
It was,
4 minutes.
You couldn't see it. It looked like it was just straight fog.
Yeah, 4 minutes. So you're stopping the game for another 4 minutes.
Yep,
So
yep.
it was those. That's 2. 3 is the stealing of the towel. I mean,
So weird.
come on.
That's
like
so weird.
I've never even seen that until the Morocco game. Until the Morocco, the Can World Cup.
I heard. So I didn't see it.
So they
but I
were
heard
doing
about
that
it.
at the Can World Cup.
Yeah.
So I guess that's something new.
Yep.
But taking the guy's towel. Then 4 is
The hiding of the balls.
hiding the balls.
Yeah.
Behind the thing.
Yeah.
There should be like Porto was fined 35,000 euros. They should be a bigger fine than that.
Yeah.
Because it's uma vergonha, dude.
Yeah.
Like you have to have the balls on those cones.
Yeah.
And the 5th one, and this is just me personally, is this. You can put whatever you want on the walls. Like they claim that it was there.
Yeah. So what he's talking about is there was news that broke that what they did is they got like all the ball of the jogo, the records, all the newspapers, and they put them all around the wall of all the success that Porto's had of their champions. They put them all around the locker room.
Yeah, so they put them all around the locker room.
Yeah.
There was some also, like I told him earlier, but supposedly that's been there for a while, like subliminal messages on like parts of the thing where
walls,
it's like offensive stuff to play mind games with the other team. That's whatever. But like, I don't really even care about the newspapers. Like, go put the newspapers in your stadium when they come there.
Yeah, same,
of how many titles you've won in the last 3 years.
Agree.
So it is what it is, but turning up the heat to the maximum level and not having a thermostat, come on, bro.
It's the
Porto way.
Stadium, bro. It's the Porto
Come
Stadium.
on, man.
You don't got that in the stadium. That's crazy.
Like that's like 5 things that I take away from that game that were Borgonha. And actually, I'm going to give you the 6th. The 6th is the way Sporting played. Borgonha.
Yeah, because all of it goes down to Sporting.
Again.
A lot of it gets completely. We don't talk about it. They don't steal the towels or hide the balls if
Sporting plays.
If you're winning, if you're playing. So at the end of the day, you allowed Porto to be able to do it. I used to always tell my dad, man, I don't like the advertising in Portugal, but if you outplay.
What did they used to tell you? Don't play with your food.
Don't play with your food. Yeah. Don't play with your food. You got to win. But not only that, like, you cannot leave these games down to advertisings or to anything like this. You got to go and deal with business in the Portuguese league because eventually the advertising is not going to go your way. Whether it's Porto, Sporting, it's not going to go your way. So you got to get that done. I'll tell you one thing. I don't know why no team has done this yet, David, but you know how they're doing all these like things on the wall and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Brother, like if you came to my house and we had just won the company, not to get into the game, you would walk by the trophy.
Yeah.
You would walk by the trophy. I would put the trophy where the players walk out, where you have to walk around it.
Oh, and
to let you know that we the champs. You come to our house and this is ours. I'd put it where that team walks.
Yeah.
Walk and cut this way, boy. You going around our trophy.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
100%. And
I would do some stuff like that.
I'm trying to tell you. And the other thing that they did, which I heard about now recently, was, you know how they have like at every away stadium, especially at the Sporting Benfica, like they put all the Benfica adeptos in one spot.
Yeah.
And they have like it.
Yeah, kind of like boarded off.
Caged off.
Yeah.
First time this has ever happened, Port Cortinas behind it. So they couldn't hear the echoes of the fans chanting up top.
Wow.
It's never happened in a game. So it's uma vergonha, pá. It's just a vergonha. But again, the vergonha is on Sporting.
We're not playing more.
Não jogastes.
Yeah. Because you know why?
If you were playing, tú ias ver cuántas bolas iba a estar no campo.
Yeah, not only that, if you would have scored first, the Porto Stadium would have been quiet. They would have heard the Sporting fans.
Yeah, well, I don't even care about hearing them.
I'm just saying. I'm saying the
ball.
Yeah,
you want to bet there would be double the amount of balls if they would have scored?
100%,
instead of
dude.
us talking about how many balls were missing, they'd be talking about how many balls were there.
Dude, I agree 100%. I think the whole game was better going. I think for both teams, it just wasn't a good game. Again, the game was more important to Sporting. To Porto for Sporting. They had to win. They didn't go for it. And
I didn't get to watch the Benfica game yesterday because I was at work.
I'll tell you a few things. We just had the conversation while we're sitting here.
Yeah.
The big conversation after the game was the campo.
Yeah.
And I told you Benfica, Sporting, and Porto should come together and give a little bit of money and start helping these teams get better campus. But you said it'd be hard for them to maintain it.
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think if, say, it wouldn't only have to be like Benfica, Sporting, Porto, but the league would also have to chip into this. But like putting some relevados on the stadium, do you guys think that they would be able to keep up with the maintenance that's needed? Because we were talking about that, and then we brought up the old Alvalade. Like, it took them years to get that grass right.
They kept changing it.
They changed it numerous times, and they could never get it right. It was terrible.
Never.
So I don't know if those small teams would have the capability of maintaining the field.
Yeah. The reason it came up big time is after the game, Mourinho. The one thing I do like about Mourinho being at Benfica, he just really just says everything.
Yeah.
He doesn't hide nothing.
Blunt.
So he was kind of giving Prastini like a little bit of, yo man, stay on your feet, change your botas because you can't stay up. You change your cleats. So he's telling him to put the metal studs on, and a Santa Clara player walks up to Mourinho and he's like, "Mister, listen, like the cleats don't matter here. You could put whatever he wants, he's gonna fall." And so Mourinho, and he's like, "So stop saying to your player because it's not gonna." So Mourinho just stopped saying it because he knew the guy was gonna fall. Right. But everybody was falling. Turbine would go to throw a ball in, he would fall over throwing the ball. Everybody was falling. I think the biggest thing that I want to talk about from that game, because Benfica won it 2-1, cool. Pavlidis still scoring a lot of goals. That guy's scoring a lot of goals.
Yeah.
The one thing I want to talk about is, I don't like Turbine.
Yeah.
I've said it many, many times.
Yeah, but he'll out till deals right now because everybody's hyping him up
because the header he scored. No, man, I don't care about that. I'm telling you, that frango he suffered. Dave, the guy is really good on like long shots and like to the sides. He cannot get. He's too tall. He can't get down fast enough.
Yeah, my dad. I didn't get to watch the game again, but they said it was a big frango.
Dude, huge frango.
Yeah.
Huge. The guy like let Santa Clara back in the game because Benfica had that game fully controlled. They were gonna have a chill game and then go to Madrid, no problem. And then they get themselves in a terrible situation again. And this consistently happens. And Dave, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, is Santa Clara not the game that got Brunlage fired?
Yeah, it was. It was the one that
Otamendi tried to do the dumb header backwards, and then the guy lost his job based off of that?
Yep. No, I don't know if it was that game. I think it was that game, and then he went to that Champions League team that has never won a point.
And that was it.
And then
But after the Santa Clara game, you were on the way to the beach with my brother.
Yeah.
I called you and I said what? I said, by Friday, Mourinho will be the coach of Benfica.
Yeah.
Remember?
I do.
I said it. By Friday, Mourinho will be the coach of Benfica. And it happened. Because Ricosta is a book. And what you said, if Ruben Amorim, there's a chance. It doesn't matter if Mourinho does good stuff right now, bro. And Mourinho starts to, I know the money. Ricosta.
No, it's not about the money.
He moves silly, man.
But I don't think Mourinho, like, the only reason I say it's not about the money, but I don't think Benfica can fire another coach.
I don't think so neither. I don't think they should.
But what I'm saying is, like, I don't think that they will mutually part ways. Meaning that Mourinho's going to leave the money behind.
Yeah.
I think if an opportunity pops up for Mourinho that he wants, he'll talk to Ricosta, and Ricosta will let him walk.
I just don't know how the Portugal job becomes available if this guy makes the semifinals.
That's why we talked about that also, man. I mean, it's like there's a whole lot of ifs.
Yeah.
If
who says Ruben wants to come back? You telling me Ruben can't get
the Portugal job's going to be available after the World Cup? How do we know the Portugal job's going to be?
What if he wins it?
What if he wins it? Yeah, you're going to fire the coach that just won it?
That's what I'm saying. Now, if he wants to leave after, but man, imagine if he wins it, bro. Like if he wins it, build him a statue.
Yeah, or
and keep him there, give him a lifetime contract,
man. I mean, like I even talked to what if he makes a semifinal?
That's what I'm saying. What if the way you go out, you play? What if you have an incredible World Cup, you go out in the semifinal, but the World Cup you played it phenomenal?
Yeah,
and everyone thinks That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make. I don't even like this story because it broke from ESPN. ESPN broke. It's usually record, a bola, and you're like, oh, it's Portuguese, whatever. But this came from ESPN, so you never really know. But also before, I don't really get it because before the Portugal job, it was the Madrid job, and it's this job, and Florentino Perez likes him so much.
I don't think.
My question to you is, what makes you think that Ruben wants to come back to Portugal right now? What about Juventus, or what about AC Milan or Inter Milan, or what about a job like this? You don't think that he takes? What about, why is he not a candidate to the Portuguese job?
I think he's too young to take the Portugal job. I don't think he will, and I don't know if that system will essentially work.
No, but I'm just saying, what does it make? Is he not a candidate to it?
I mean, he could be. Yeah, he definitely should be.
Yeah,
it's free.
Yeah,
right now. I mean, essentially, Mourinho would be free too, because, like I said, they would
neutrally part ways.
Neutrally part ways, most likely, if that job became available. But again, like, if Benfica, so let me put this out here for you. The World Cup is what, June?
But I would say it's going to start early June.
Okay, so
somewhere
essentially, we start the pretemporada in July.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna,
I get what you're saying already.
Like, if Mourinho is gonna leave, you got to make that damn decision at the end of the campeonato.
You've been saying that for the last 3-4 years at Benfica. You're like, bro, if they're gonna fire Roger, do it before the campeonato starts. Campeonato starts, they fire Roger.
Yeah.
They bring in Bruno Lage. Bruno Lage stays the whole season. If you're gonna fire Bruno Lage, do it before the campeonato starts. The campeonato starts, they fire Bruno Lage. Yeah. They keep making this where they got the manager gets 4 or 5 games in and they fire him.
And I told you also, and he can back me up, I'm not a Benfica fan. But I told you, I said, look, if Rui Costa is a real Benfiquista, he will not hire Mourinho until after the elections.
Yep.
Because if he doesn't win, whoever's there is going to be put in a bad situation with the guy who makes a lot of money. Do I think that any of the candidates would have fired Mourinho? No, because it's Mourinho.
Yeah.
But again, you're putting them in a bad situation.
Mm-hmm. Where, as a Benfiquista, I will tell you, just to speak on that, I don't know how much I trust the elections. I truly don't, man. Because everywhere I look, I see bad things about Rui Costa. So and not even that, bro. Luis Felipe used to win these things by like 80%.
Yeah.
And they said he was corrupt. Yeah. Now this guy is winning so comfortably every time. But the job he's doing, like we talked about earlier, the signings he's making, the amount of coaches you're firing, the lack of championships, who's voting so much for this guy? And again,
record voting too.
Record voting. I'm over here thinking to myself, like, look, I like Rui Costa as a player. I like Rui Costa as a Benfiquista.
Amazing player.
And I wish he was a good president. I wish he was a president for a long time. But at the moment, dude.
I'm not going to say he's not.
Yeah, but he's made Benfica a lot of money.
Yeah.
But Luis Felipe was already making Benfica a lot of money.
Yeah.
The Campeonatos are not there. He has one.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? He has one, I think.
Schmidt.
And I don't know. I just think he's made a lot of poor decisions. So I wonder who's doing all the voting and who's bringing this, like I said, but
but I mean, like I was telling you, like you just put, like, luckily he won.
Yeah.
But you also told me that's going to be a move they was going to make to win. Was to bring in,
but it wasn't just him. It was Rios was signed not for the better of the plantel. It was for the elections. Ivanovic was not for the better of the plantel. It was for the elections. He signed players for the elections.
Yeah, and he signed Mourinho.
He signed Mourinho
that's
for the
what
elections
you said.
because it got very, very. It was getting rough for Benfica. It was tough.
Well, he had to let go of Bruno Lage.
He had to let go of Bruno Lage, but it was tough. He had to make a splash to get people talking about Benfica, and Benfiquistas are not going to say something bad about Mourinho because. At the end of the day,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I told you he shouldn't have hired him because if he was a real Benfiquista, he would have hired him after the elections. But again, you had a tough decision to make.
You can't. If I sat in front of you right now with 2 papers and I said, "Hey, you can have Ruben or you can have Mourinho," when you look at the accomplishments, you're supposed to take Mourinho.
Yeah,
an opportunity for Mourinho to coach Benfica is crazy.
Yeah,
after the things he's done in football. But in modern football, Ruben Amorim understands the robotic tactic football. He knows how to break it.
Yeah.
And I don't think Mourinho was adapted to know how to break those tactical games. You know what I'm saying? Ruben Amorim's system brings an imbalance to what is such a robotic football that we live right now. And that's why Sporting did so well for so long and nobody could stop it, because they attacked with so many, but they defend with so many. And it was very hard for people to be able to stop that system. That's what made that system so strong.
Yeah.
But to go back to the Santa Clara game, man, so it's just one of those games again where it's Benfica continuously, they just can't have a game where they relax, man.
Yeah.
They just constantly put themselves in hard situations.
I don't be like that.
Huh?
It shouldn't be like that either, because Benfica
spend so much.
Should be smashing these things.
I don't understand how you spend so much money and you struggle against Santa Clara, you struggle against every game, you're struggling. Brother, you had to sub that 17-year-old kid and he had to score a goal to save you in the Stadio de Luz.
Yeah, in the Stadio de Luz, yeah.
In the Stadio de Luz, that should be an easy win for you guys. And this is Benfica this season, dude, and I don't blame Mourinho. I blame whoever put the plantel together.
Well, that's what I was saying. I mean, it's hard to blame Mourinho right now, and that's why I'm saying if there's a chance that Mourinho's gonna go, like, if there's any chance like that, they're getting information that Mourinho's gonna take Real Madrid. Mourinho might take the Portugal jack. You got to talk to Mourinho and be like, look, dude, there can't be any mites. You're either here
or you're not,
because we got to build this plantel.
Yeah, we got to know who the coach.
So if you're going to be our coach, then we'll build you a plantel.
Yeah,
with the players you want, we'll get rid of the players that you don't want. Let's move on.
Yeah,
but if you're not 100% sure that this guy's going to be your coach, you got to move on.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
because it's had, like you said, it's happened like the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, it constantly keeps happening under.
And you can't go into a campeonato with four games and fire your coach.
Well, dude, man, I mean, like, look at Benfica, man. It's a rotating door right now at the job.
I mean, Schmidt went 1 year
and like a couple games.
Did he? No, he did 2 years.
Did he do 2?
Because he won the first one.
Yeah.
He did the second one.
Did he make it the whole second one?
I think he made it the whole second one. I think it was the third year that he.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
He
maybe
let
right.
go.
Maybe right. Yeah, maybe right.
All right, so like the third year, but he left. Bruno Lage comes in. Plantel was built for Schmidt.
Yeah.
Bruno Lage comes in.
Yeah.
Stays the whole year. Yeah. Has a decent campeonato because he came in. Benfica was far behind.
Yeah, yeah.
Got second place. Made the Champions League. Build him a plantel. What, 4, 5, 6 games in?
Gone.
So gone again. Fired
and then you bring in Mourinho, and now it's like, yo, it's either you're gonna stick with a guy or not. And like I said, dude, I'm not the biggest. You
can't buy in the winter transfer window either.
No, they're too expensive.
It's too expensive,
and Benfica had spent too much money, and Benfica
you can't move the players.
Yeah, Benfica had spent too much money. For me, I tell you like this, dude. As a Benfiquista, I tell you, this is my problem with Benfica. Is one, if I was to buy a Benfica shirt right now, which I did this year, I got my son's name on the back of the shirt.
Yeah,
because I would not buy any of those players.
Yeah,
I don't feel a connection with any of them. Before I felt a connection with Simon, with Gaetan. There was many.
Simon.
Yeah, many. I know. I feel about these players. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I used to argue about that all the time. Remember Lima?
Yeah.
I feel like that with these players. He's a good player. He does his thing, but I don't really care. But there's nobody I would really buy. Maybe Arsenal. But the one thing I tell you, Dave, is 2026. It's the Portuguese Campeonato. You're Benfica. You spend 100 million, and you're starting left mid and right mid are Prastini and Schürrle. And that's, for me, I just don't see how 2 young kids are the starting wingers at Benfica. You went from Gaetan, you went from Simon, Gaetan, Salvio to this, Di Maria to this. That's where Benfica's at. And you spent money on Rios.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about it, Arsenal is Rios.
Yep.
And you got rid of Enzo. I mean, you got rid of Florentino Luis for Enzo, and Florentino's, now you're saying that you're better off with Barreiro in the middle.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is the players that were there are better than the players you bought. I just don't understand how anyone can look at what the job that Rui Costa is doing and you can be happy with what he's doing. And then to go to Sporting, if you were to go buy a shirt right now, is there a lot of players you would get on the back? Gyökeres is gone now, so.
Maybe for me personally, it probably bought.
Yeah.
Trincão.
Yeah, you have a few.
Yeah, I mean, Inácio.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot, dude.
I mean,
Kenda. I mean, I wouldn't buy a Kenda. I actually didn't buy it. I was gonna buy a Kenda, but I didn't buy it because he's leaving
to Chelsea.
Yeah, but I mean, Keitamu maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of his, but he's been playing really good this past few games. But yeah, I mean, there's 4 or 5 players I would easily get a jersey of.
And the last thing I'll tell you about Benfica, with everything you just said, just brought it to my mind. You got one Portuguese player starting for you, bro.
Which one?
Either Antonio Silva or Tomas.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not even giving Portuguese kids and Portuguese talent to help our Portuguese national team no more, bro. We have no Portuguese people playing, which I don't care.
You got Rafa now.
Yo, Rafa now,
but he's been retired.
So Benfica don't even got Portuguese players, dude. We're not even giving Portuguese players chances.
Yeah,
it's crazy, Dave.
It is.
It's crazy, dude. There's.
I mean, we have a lot.
You guys have Porto Rincon. You guys are helping the Portuguese national team. Kenda. I always want to say Jenny, but he's not.
Jenny's Mozambique or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then Porto has Diogo Costa,
Rodrigo Moura, but he's not really playing.
Doesn't start. They don't have many neither, I don't think.
No, they don't, because they rebuilt their whole squad.
They rebuilt it all, but I don't know. I don't like Benfica not having so many. Again, I love having players from outside.
Yeah.
I think that you need some Portuguese players to rotate up in that thing, man, and they don't have it. So I don't really like Benfica's plantel. I don't really like the way the players have bought, and I don't like the campeonato they're having, bro.
Well, I have one thing just to add to that. Like when Benfica was playing, who was it? Fenerbahce. Was that where Mourinho was before?
Yeah, when we eliminated them.
Yeah, it was a Fenerbahce, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so as soon as Mourinho got fired from Fenerbahce, there's no doubt in my mind. I again, now you can correct me if I'm wrong, that Rui Costa had that name in his head.
Oh, yeah, 100% he was thinking it.
Do you feel that way
100%.
as a Benfiquista? Because I'm talking like as a Sportingista, I don't really care about Benfica.
I think he was thinking it.
Okay, so if every other Benfiquista out there is kind of thinking like my man here, he was thinking of already hiring Mourinho at some point. Mm-hmm. Mourinho wanted Artur Koglu at Fenerbahce before he played Benfica. Mm-hmm. Why did you sell Artur Koglu? Do you understand what I'm saying? To Besiktas, I think he went.
Yeah.
Did he go to Besiktas?
Yeah, he went where? I think, didn't he go? No, he might have went to.
Or did he?
I think he went to Fenerbahce.
I don't remember where he went, but
I think he went there.
But he was highly.
Because Coach went to
Besiktas.
Yeah,
I don't remember where he went, but he was sold to a Turkish team.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you remember when one of the games when he's walking off the field, Mourinho was like handshaking him, giving him a hug and stuff.
Yeah. It was a big thing in the beginning.
So Mourinho obviously wanted him.
Yeah.
If that was in your mind that you were going to hire Mourinho, why would you sell him?
Wait, he did go to Fenerbahce because that was the big thing, because he used to play at the team that Coach was at now, and I think the fans were like, if he goes there, bro, because they went to the rival team. So yeah, I think that's how it went, and he wanted him. That he went to where he wanted. Yeah, he went there. I'm pretty sure he went to Fenerbahce. I'm pretty confident.
But Mourinho wanted him.
And Mourinho wanted him. And he went. And that's what I'm saying. And I know Benfica has Luca Bacchio and stuff like that, but Dave, who do you have on the left?
I mean, that's Sherlock.
That's who you had.
It's Sherlock. And they wanted to sell Sherlock. That's the problem.
His 2 goals against Madrid saved him. Because he was on his way out.
I think that kid, like the little bit that I've seen him play, I think that not Sherlock, but that Prestiani kid could end up being a very good player.
I think both of them can be very talented.
But
I just don't know if you
go more options.
I don't think you go into a campeonato with them being your 100% starters.
Yeah.
I think having kids is very, very important.
Yeah.
But I think that you need to have okay, Bruma got injured.
Yeah.
So maybe Bruma was supposed to be your.
Yeah, and Luca Bacchio got hurt.
But he's for the right. Luca Bacchio. Yeah. So is Bruma and Luca Bacchio were your starters?
I mean, I always told you that Bruma wasn't a starter for Benfica, but
that's what I'm saying. So that's
kind of bounced around.
That's your option that you went to the left wing. So I like Luca Bacchio. I think that guy's very good.
Yeah, and then you guys, to me, you overbought for positions, overbought for certain positions, and didn't buy enough for other positions.
And then you buy a Cam and you move him to the left wing, Sudakov.
Yep, you move him to the left wing and you playing Osners, who's a midfielder, at right wing.
Yep. And
in the beginning of the year.
Yep. And then
because Luca Bacchio wasn't playing in the beginning.
And then Arsenis finally gets his position.
And he's playing
very well. And you beat Real Madrid and you're playing well. And then this Sudakov was good enough to play left wing. He's good enough to play Cam, and a player comes in for $5 million, and like you said, he gets benched. Yeah, a guy you paid $20 million for, a 32-year-old, 33-year-old, $5 million signing is
putting him on the bench.
It's crazy to me, man.
But again, that's not Mourinho's plantel.
Costa.
That's not Mourinho's plantel.
No.
So I mean, it just wasn't.
So what happens now, Dave? Because we went through a year last year, real quick to kind of end everything off, where we sold everything and brought a bunch of new players. We do it again?
I mean, if they're gonna keep Mourinho, they gotta have him for long term, and you gotta start there. I mean, you gotta. I would trust Mourinho to build a plantel if he's there.
Yeah.
It just kind of all depends on, again, like where you're going with it.
Yeah.
If you're keeping Mourinho, then you gotta let him build your plantel. It doesn't matter who you keep. If you're bringing in a new coach, the coach has to have the power of making the decision.
Well,
that's what worked at Sporting.
Well, but not 100%.
With Ruben.
Let's say hypothetically how you started. You said Ruben Amorim will be Benfica's coach if Mourinho leaves. Mm-hmm. So if you bring him in, it's a 5-back system. Mm-hmm. You don't have centrals for that.
Yeah, you do.
You have 3. You need more centrals.
Well, you have to buy more.
You got to go buy more centrals.
Or find. He was lucky. He found. Ruben found 2 of the
academy.
Yeah, Ignacio came up
with
Quaresma.
Yep, that's what I'm saying though, Dave. So if he comes in,
and then he pulled Matheus Reis, who was actually a very good player for us. He was able to play left center back at times. Mm-hmm. Like with Ruben, you have to have versatile players. They're gonna have to play different positions on the field.
So you would, if just hypothetically speaking, you would centrals, and then you would have Barreiro, Arsenis, Enzo, Rios, Sudakov.
Yeah,
I might be missing some. All for 2 positions in Ruben's thing, because Ruben has 2 midfielders. Mm-hmm. You have 5.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, it would actually, like, I think in a system like that Ruben runs, like for example, like Porto is not a left winger.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He was never a left winger.
Yeah,
he was a center mid.
Yeah.
So I think that Sudakov may be able to adapt to that position
in that system. Yeah,
because they don't run a true 3.
Yeah, right. Up
top.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that might work. I think Dahl would be better fitted in a 5-back because he came from a 5-back. Mm-hmm. And probably Dedic too, because he's very good at attacking. He's not very good at defending.
Yeah.
And then you have Ba also.
That guy's missing, man.
Yeah,
I think that guy's a good player. I wish he could.
It
stay
is,
healthy.
but I'm saying that he would work in a 5-back.
Yeah.
And if you keep what you have there, you essentially, again, I don't know if Otamendi's going to stay another year, but let's just, for example, like
say he is
for the talk real quick. He stays. You would have to have Otamendi in the middle.
Yeah.
And then Tomas would either have to play on the left, and Antonio Silva would have to play on the other position.
Pretty much what we're getting to is no matter who your trainer is next year, Mourinho, Ruben, whoever his guy is,
it's gonna have to be a rebuild. They're gonna have to buy players and sell players.
And you spend 100, dude. That to me is I don't know what we're saying to each other. Now again, when
because they're gonna have to sell a player because they're gonna have to buy wingers. If they keep Mourinho, they're gonna have to buy like a left winger.
100%. And you have to make sure Luka Bacchio can stay healthy. Otherwise,
you're gonna have to buy a right winger.
So now, with that being said, like, okay, you spend 100 million, and everyone always brings money, but they did make a lot of money. Benfica sold a lot of players last year and got good money for the players.
Well, they got lucky with Coach, They got their money back.
They got their money back. Florentino Luis got good. We went for decent money.
Well, he played at Benfica
and that's through the academy.
Yes, like selling like that. We've had this conversation before, like with Sporting back in the day. There's certain points where a player just needs to move on, from a club, and they didn't lose any money. There was no money that was lost. It was just a salary.
Was Arturo this one?
Arturo was this one.
They got their money back for Arturo, so you were able to move players. Mm-hmm. You were able to get players out, but for me, like I said, it's you're back to square one, dude. Where you're gonna have to spend money again, and hope you get it right. And I don't know how this.
So, in your opinion, do you blame Rui Costa for it?
Absolutely, you have to.
Or do you blame the scouts?
No, you blame Rui Costa. I'm gonna tell you why you blame Rui Costa. Benfica hasn't won the Campeonato since Roger.
Yeah.
And we've changed midfielders, we changed pontalances, we changed everything. Mm-hmm. What we haven't changed is our defense. And there needs to be a conversation where someone finally admits that, okay, Otamendi gives you good games and he can still play at a high level, but does Otamendi and Antonio Silva or Otamendi and Tomas work? And the answer for me is no. It doesn't work. They get scored on too much. They leak bad goals. They all make mistakes.
Yeah.
The back line is the problem, in my opinion. Benfica hasn't won a campeonato. Okay, sometimes they can't score goals, but you can't be suffering to Santa Clara the way you're suffering. You can't be dropping points at the lose because your defense can't hold a 1-0.
Right.
That to me is the problem. I don't know why Vlaco Dimos got the boot from Benfica. I don't think he was a goalkeeper that was horrible.
No, he wasn't bad at all.
I don't know how Otamendi survived this long, and I don't know how Tomas and Antonio Silva have to share position for so long. How are these kids not? If they're so good, why are they not starting, and why is Otamendi not gone now? In my opinion,
I mean that's a good point.
What's been the same at Benfica, Dave, all these years? The defensa. Left back, right back changes, but that's because you sell players. Ba can't stay healthy, and Carreira's left because you sold them. The main guys in the back are the same, and Benfica can't win a campeonato with them anymore.
Yeah.
It has to change.
Yeah, I agree. But I also, again, I don't know how the structura is at Benfica, but I would have to think that there's some sort of scouts.
Wrong. Yeah, something's wrong, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So, Rui Costa needs to make a decision. Instead of making a decision on these coaches, and he needs to make a decision on these scouts because they're obviously... They've been missing a lot, bro.
I mean, dude.
I don't know if it's the same guys, but Arturo Cabral, 20 million was a miss. They got lucky and bailed out that they got their money back.
Leonardo?
Marcos Leonardo was a good scout because they bought him for 18. They sold him for 40.
Got lucky.
They got lucky. What's the guy's name, man? Kochu.
Yep. But wait.
Kochu, they got their money back.
I'm pretty sure this was Rui Costa. Don't forget about him. The Ukrainian Ponta Lanza.
Oh, yeah, Yarmochuk.
That was Rui Costa.
Yeah, but they got their money back for him, too.
But again...
They got lucky, though. But again, now you got Ivanovic.
Yep.
Sudakov.
Yep.
Luka Bacchio.
Yep.
You can't stay healthy.
Yep. Enzo Rios.
Who's scouting these guys?
Yeah.
Who's scouting these guys? Who on the... I don't know who makes the decision. Is it the coach that makes the decision?
I don't know.
Because how are you going to buy all these players? You bought Enzo and Rios, which essentially means that you're going to play Austin or Salt. To me, and I'm a Sporting, one of Benfica's best players is Austiners.
Hands down.
And so you're essentially, when you buy those two players, you're going to play that guy somewhere he's not supposed to be playing.
And that's the thing, Dave. That guy's so good, you should not move him because he can move. Give him his preferred position.
Yeah.
And build around him.
Yeah.
Build around him. And that's it just annoys me with Benfica to watch, bro. Like watching him on the wing.
is a very good signing.
Yeah,
I'll give
him, Enzo was a great signing. He has good ones.
I think he bought Prestiani.
But we can't say it's a hit, bro.
I'm not gonna say it's a hit, but it's not a miss. That guy's been playing pretty well.
Yeah, of course.
And he had a breakout in the under 21 World Cup.
Yeah. The kid has talent. I'm not gonna say he doesn't have talent.
He could be. Sherlock hasn't been much because you remember they put him on loan twice.
True, 100%. To end the Benfica conversation, I say this, David. You trusted Bruno Lage to spend 100 million with him, and you fired him that quick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how it. I don't know.
Did you give him these? Did he ask for?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Or did Ricosta go, "Epa, I bought this guy, make him work."
That's why I kind of don't like these no talk clauses they put in the contract. Because Bruno Lage can't talk,
can't say nothing.
He can't say anything about it.
Yeah, and that's
he drops hints. Yeah. I saw a thing where he was dropping hints.
Yeah,
but again, when
for me, if he bought these players, David, how are you going to go to the fans when they're screaming and go, what am I supposed to do? Make them jump?
Yeah.
He's saying he's trying to get them to. What's going on, bro? You don't like the players you have? What's happening? Then Mourinho takes over and he goes, "Oh, the plantel is very good plantel, but they just don't know what to do. They're very scared. They're this," and just talking smack about the plantel. Who built this?
Yeah, that's the problem that I see in it. I mean, when I can't talk too much right now because like we've been talking about, Sporting's plantel has been pretty much the same for a while.
Yeah.
But when Ruben first started, he was the one who had to say in the players.
Yeah.
And don't get me twisted, Ruben's no god. He missed on some players. Ruben Vinagre. Fresneda been playing now in the 4-back, but he did not work in the 5-back.
No.
Marcus Edwards was a miss.
Yeah.
He could be a very good player, but he didn't work there.
Yeah. Paulinho worked out because you guys won the campeonato, but he wasn't insane.
No, but he's cooking in Mexico.
I know, but he wasn't insane for you as a Ponta Lanza, but it worked out because y'all won the campeonato.
But again, he had the final say. This is the player I want.
Yeah.
Okay, we saw it when they kept Yokadis for that extra season.
Yeah.
We'll end it with this. But when we were able to keep Yokadis, he wanted that Ioannidis guy.
Yeah.
He wanted him bad.
And y'all still got him now.
He went until the last day of the market and they ended up bringing up Conrad Harder.
Yeah.
Which was a miss too.
Another miss, yeah.
But again, he had to buy somebody.
Yeah.
So they overpaid for him, but they got their money back.
But I will say this, because I've said a lot about Sport, Benfica, and Rui Costa, and I do want to say this, and this is a great place to end. Rui Costa's missed a lot.
Yeah.
So did your president.
Oh, yeah.
In the beginning. And so did Vilas Boas. Because Vilas Boas hired that Argentinian guy, whatever he is.
Anselmi.
And it was a horrible signing.
Well, first he hired Vitor Bruno.
Yep.
Because remember Sergio Conceição walked.
Yep.
So he hired Vitor Bruno.
Yep.
Then he hired Anselmi.
And right now it's a hit with this guy.
And it's
for now.
We'll see how it ends.
We
don't know if it's a hit.
You guys went through a couple before the decision.
We went through two or three.
Before the decision for Ruben ended up being a great decision. Then we'll see what this guy does from Keeper Hines. He's already won a Campeonato, but it's half Ruben's Campeonato.
Yeah.
But he won it at the end of the day because you won't play the disaster class.
No, I mean, he came back. Yeah, because I mean that I'm gonna make this statement, and I could be wrong, bro. But if Ruben does not leave at the time he left, there was gonna be a walkaway.
That Campeonato?
Gone.
Done.
Like it wouldn't have been close.
That Campeonato was over. That Campeonato
it wouldn't have been
was
close.
Nothing to watch. When I started watching, you won't play a drop all the points. Pau, Benfica vai ganhar essa merda, pá.
Yeah.
And it was out of nowhere because Benfica.
It was gone.
It was gone. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. So,
I don't know if the players put in a little bit of extra effort because they knew he was leaving.
Yeah.
Towards the end, because there were some games there that were.
Yeah.
Like especially the Braga game.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
Or like the last game, like he.
Yeah.
Like the players showed up for that game.
Agree.
Now, I don't know if they would be able to maintain that level of playing through the entire season. But at that point, I mean, when he left Sporting was a top 8 in the Champions League.
Yeah.
He hadn't lost a game.
Yeah.
Beat the brakes off of City.
Yep. They were doing phenomenal.
I hope that guy comes back to us, but I don't
But there
see
was
it
misses.
happening.
There was misses.
Yeah, 100%.
There was misses with your guy. So I just want to clarify that. There's going to be misses.
Oh,
the problem
100%.
for me right now, for Rui Costa, is that there is a lot of misses with managers, and the misses with the players are a lot, because the only ones I could think of that are well signed, Pavlidis, Enzo.
I think he bought
Arsenal.
Yeah. Which Enzo? Baranichea?
The other one, Fernandez.
Oh yeah, Fernandez.
Yeah, that's a big signing, bro.
Did he sign Darwin?
It might have been at the same time he took over.
Yeah, so he did a good signing there because they made a lot of money on him.
He might have been the one that said,
I think he did because it was the second.
No, actually, no, David, because he didn't hire George Jesus. Luis Felipe hired George Jesus. He was the vice president. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
And then I think Luis Felipe. I think because Rui Costa's only been there 4 years. The president, because it happened now, right? The elections happened. I think I'm right here, but maybe I could be wrong. But again, right now, that's so many players signed, Dave, and 2. Again, Rios might be a superstar.
Yeah.
The new Enzo might be a superstar. But as of right now, that's the good ones we got.
Yeah.
Pavlidis and Enzo Fernandez.
No, Enzo,
and Arsenal.
Arsenal.
And thing, like Didic could end up panning out, but it's not panning out right now, bro. You sound these players, we're 7 points back or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, and they let just to end it on this, they let that guy walk that we both thought he was a bum, bro. The goalie. It's Villar. He won the goalie of the year.
And playing for Roma. And I don't know if that was him or who that was. That's insane.
You remember that?
That's insane. And then, 100%.
It just popped in my head that we're talking about the
100%. And then you let Rafa leave and you buy him back for $5 million.
Yeah, when he wanted a $5 million signing bonus and they wouldn't give it to him. So you paid $5 million for him 3 years later, 3 year older.
And you lost 3 good years of Rafa's
for $5 million.
For $5 million. So again, for me, there's a lot of misses for Rui Costa. And the way you get rid of misses is by winning 2 campeonatos back to back. Sporting did it.
Yeah.
I ain't seen Benfica do that. I haven't seen Benfica play good ball since George Jesus.
They stopped talking.
Roger, hold on. Roger played some good ball. I'm not gonna lie about that. Roger played some good ball, but I haven't seen a real good Benfica since Roger, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
and I haven't seen a consistent Benfica since George Jesus, David.
Yeah.
Since George Jesus.
Like I can't. This Sporting is not consistent right now.
Yeah, they're not.
But with Ruben, they were consistent, bro.
Very consistent.
Very consistent. I mean, there was that 1 year, where the injuries plagued them, and he lost Mateus Nunes on the last day of the Campeonato.
Yeah.
But for 2 years, those 2 years, the 2 campeonatos that he won, I mean, like before he left to Man U last year, I mean, they were dominant.
Yeah. I guess to end this off, we'll say like this: Gabra going up from Sporting in that game.
Yeah, very disappointing.
Congratulations to Porto for putting a plantel together in 6 months. That's dominating a team that spent 100 and something million.
And that's a team that's been together for essentially 2 years.
Congratulations to them, because it was a dark year last year for Porto. I'd never seen that bad of a Porto.
Yeah, they were bad.
They were very, very bad. So to be able to bounce back from that, I hope it gets dark again.
Yeah.
Still Benfica can win the campeonato.
I hope it gets dark for Benfica, and I'm pretty sure he gets. I hope it stays dark for Benfica.
No. Hey, I hope this special one can pull a special miracle and somehow pull this back. But guys, we're gonna try to do these more often. We're gonna try to post this on this channel. It's like a Portuguese thing. Whoever likes it, let us know, man. If you guys want to see more of it, this is the league that we love. Yeah, as you can see, we just spoke for an hour and 20 minutes. And I could sit here for another hour just yapping, bro. We gotta end.
Yeah, we gotta
I'm looking
end.
at it like I gotta end because I can you can keep me here all night, brother.
I can keep going.
Yeah, so we're gonna end it here, man. But hit thumbs up if you guys enjoy it, man. We appreciate you guys listening to us.
Subscribe.
And we will.
If you want to see more, and we'll drop one of these every week if you guys let us know you want it.
Yeah, man. We love you guys. We appreciate y'all, man. And say your thing, man.
Stay safe.
No, you're gonna say Viva Sporting.
Oh yeah, Força Sporting.
Não, Sporting não vale uma merda, o Porto não vale uma merda. I love you guys.